Hey, what?
Hey, Vito.
Hello, Vado.
What's up, Beto?
Hello, hello, everybody. How are you doing
Fine.
today? Good.
Hey, how you doing, man? How's everybody doing?
Okay, how are you?
Well, hello,
Going
good
on?
people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. And welcome to Sunday afternoon. Unfortunately, that means that tomorrow is Monday, which means back to work. But don't worry, because Monday night, we always have our live stream. In fact, it seems like lately we've been doing all kinds of live streams, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys, as well as you ladies, joining in on the conversation. What started out as a bitch fest for us when the season ended because we all missed football and we were tired of all the crap that we were getting with the Cowboys, we started doing this live stream to let all of you fans come in and be able to vent. And it's turned into kind of like a regular Sunday thing. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this when the season actually gets here, but I truly love getting together with all my people. And without further ado, let me say hello to my people. Let me switch cameras here. What's up? I see Roland Review. Roland, Stacy, how you doing?
Fine, how are you?
I saw, I caught the tail end of your live stream there a few minutes ago. I apologize that I didn't get in there sooner. Life has
That's
just been crazy busy
I
and everything.
you.
I see there's Alicia. What's up, Alicia Morgan? How you doing today? And I also see Joanne Gonzalez. What's up? Let's see. I've got to get... so I can't see shit anymore. I need my glasses. Oh, there we go. Boom. There we go. You know, I've got so many damn sets that everything is slightly different between the indoor set and the outdoor set that I've got to get used to them, and I haven't done enough stuff out here to be used to it. Vado, how you doing tonight, man? You look bright-eyed and chipper today. What's going on, Vado?
How are you?
Man, it looks like your hair's getting a little longer, Vado.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're definitely, you're getting like me, where it's like, you know what, I just don't want to spend that money at the barber, man. You know, when you go to the barber shop, it's a good $35, and you got to put the tip on there and things. So it's
Hey,
kind
wait
of
a
like,
minute. I think I've got you both beat. You ready for this?
oh lordy, don't tell me we got the mullet man here.
Mark.
Holy
Oh, wow.
smokes, damn!
Mark,
What's up?
you may want to be like me and don't get that bad boy shaved off.
Oh no,
Me too.
no. See, you don't want to see that, man, because I've got a very pale scalp.
I'm going to join the club.
I got a very
Who
pale,
knows?
lumpy head.
Who knows?
You don't want to see that.
Hey,
Trust me. You don't want to see that.
Tracy may love rubbing on that head.
I think my wife is threatened to put my hair in a ponytail.
Oh man, well, let's see if she comes at you with a Flowbee or something, man. 'Cause I think a
Oh,
Flowbee
heck
would work
no.
great with
Not
that.
happening.
What's up, Everett Campbell? How you doing? I love weed, man. Pass the Dutchie from the left, man. Ruben Walls. Let's see, Cowboy Crazy. You know what's crazy? And with the panel that we have right here beforehand, I was talking about it. I'm trying to understand the trolls, because I literally set the stream up earlier today. And you can start commenting as soon as it's set up. And the first one in there was that guy Allen that trolled for a couple of hours. I don't even know what team he's in, but he came in just to say Dak sucks. And it's kind of like how
Mark,
it is.
He's an Eagle fan.
Is that what it? But I'm just, regardless of what team it is.
I checked his info yesterday. He do a lot of, a lot of the stuff that's on this info is Eagle podcasts and stuff.
Okay, but my point is this. I mean, for me at least, and maybe I've just got my hands in too much different shit. But between doing woodworking and the Inventables, trying to keep up with the Cowboys, being a married man and trying to keep the wife happy and stuff, I just don't have time to literally spend hours sitting on an Eagle channel. I just don't. What's your life like?
Mark,
Yeah.
they love the Cowboys.
They truly just the Cowboys just live in their heads, I guess, Beto. I just don't know. It's just crazy. But we got a great panel in here. I see my man Cone Boy is here. Brian Green, okay.
Come on, man.
You know what? I'm gonna put a traffic cone right up. I'm gonna tell you though, Brian. This is the honest truth, man. I was going to the store with my wife and stuff when you sent me a text message about the picture. John Jones, what's up, man? Thanks for the super chat. When you sent me that picture, I showed it to my wife, and she said, and he was helping to drive us, and he can't see at night. I was like, well, you know how it is for us old people.
It's not that bad, Mark. It was just
it was a joke. I know. I said, I really miss Brian.
Calm her down.
I said, I really do miss hanging with Brian and stuff. So I can't wait till the season gets here and hopefully.
Yeah, leave Brian alone.
No, that's my road dog. You better not say nothing about Brian.
What happened? What did he say?
Who?
I don't know.
Oh no, I didn't say no. Nobody said anything. I said no. In living color, man. In living color, forget it.
No, I was just yelling at my kids. So I muted myself before.
Gotcha. But I don't live on Philly. I'll go on Philly 500s for a few moments and stuff like that. But these guys will literally spend hours.
Well, Mark, just imagine living here, and all my friends who I don't have a lot of, I'm getting older. Yeah, you lose touch with people, but anybody that knows me knows I've been a Cowboy fan. I mean, I got pictures of me rolling around on the floor in diapers. So, but it's very frustrating living here. But they have every right because I am in their territory. Just like you, I would imagine, dealt with the same type of deal living in DMV. It's very frustrating. But for them to come into our chat, okay, you want to come in, at least be respectful. When I go into Philly's chat, I will say facts, but I'm not saying some of the things that I see.
Well, I think it's that they want what we have. It's the only thing I can think of is that they're jealous. I guess because of the ass whipping that we gave all of them. It's that they're trying to get a little bit. I don't know. I can't figure it out.
Yeah, it's frustrating, but we try not. I don't think we should give it too much. At least they're tuning into your channel, so that's great.
True. Yeah. They are definitely helping the
algorithm.
The algorithm, definitely. Jennifer Jenny, what's up, Jenny? How are you doing? Baby Nuts Jones will not spend any money on somebody without gas in the tank, as well as Anothey Barr. So, Brian, I thought about you when I just did my last video because I literally went fully 500 on it. I sat down at the fish pond. Well, it's actually not. It's not live yet. It's not live yet. But I just sat there for a second and I'd say I'd fire his ass. Stephen Jones, stupid motherfucker! What an idiot! What an idiot! I don't want Malik Jefferson because he's ass.
Okay. Yeah, Justin Jefferson, right?
No,
he's
Malik. No, but here's the thing. Here we go. Yesterday it was Christian Sam, a journeyman linebacker, right? Mm-hmm. Today we are doing a workout with Malik Jefferson, another journeyman linebacker. He's been on 5 teams. He's got a total of 15 tackles. Again, he's from Mesquite, Texas, or something like that. We have a glaring hole at linebacker. I don't think people realize how we are literally scraping the bottom of the barrel. Right now, Luke Gifford is penciled in to be a starter.
Ouch.
Does anybody realize that?
That's not good.
Well, I know 2 people. I know me and Thomas realize it. Well, that's why we've been crying for some unknown guy out of Minnesota.
If they're gonna find somebody cheap, heck, a guy that's been with us before is
Anthony Hitchens
out there.
Anthony Hitchens, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, he's still sitting there.
And he's still got stuff in the tank. Let's bring him back.
Looks pretty good too.
Okay, let me give you the depth chart right now for Cowboys linebacking situation, okay? Weak side linebacker right now, Luke Gifford is penciled in. Aaron Hansford is the backup. Devontae Bold is on IR. That's it.
Mark, you're making me cry.
That's all we have at weak side linebacker, okay? Luke Gifford has been great at special teams, but he's got no experience.
He's a special teams.
He's got no experience starting.
Player, yeah.
Okay.
That's all he is.
Middle linebacker, you have Leighton Vander Esch. Devin Harper, Damone Clark, who, he had his back fused, and a
Won't
rookie.
be ready at the start of the season.
Maybe in the middle of the season, but now you're talking about a guy who has not had a practice in the NFL. That's a rookie, and then the guy we just signed, Christian Sam. That's our middle linebacking core. Now
I'm looking at two other linebackers that are out there. Quan Alexander. He's only 28.
I listen. Anybody that's got experience right now, but now strong side linebacker, Micah, of course, Jarrell Cox, who had flashes, but he's coming back off of an injury, and Stoney Jackson. That's it. That's all we have at linebacker. We have no experience whatsoever.
Nobody's talking about AJ Klein.
Right now, somebody that's played more than 15 tackles, I'd be happy with.
I would say.
And okay, let me be clear about this. The guy that they're bringing in right now, Malik Jefferson, if they get signed, will have the third most experience at linebacker on our team. That's how low we are at linebacker. That a guy with 15 tackles would be the third most experienced guy.
Another one that's out there, KJ Wright. He's not signed.
Right.
Well, this goes back to me, and I hate to bring his name up because last time I did, I had a fire over here, explosion. But Bobby Wagner, I'm sorry. I don't understand. You can't look at this situation. Even with Devontae Bowl was penciled in to be the starter, there's no way you can feel confident about the linebacking core right now. Unless they know something we don't.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
I have a question.
What's the question, Beto?
Chicago would be a better owner just giving them when Gary passed away.
Anybody got that one?
Stephen Jones will take over when Jerry Jones passed away.
Yeah, unfortunately. And he's already said that
he's already running it.
He's already said that he doesn't think they'll take as many chances when.
Let me ask everybody a question. I don't know. I got a weird feeling that Jerry. Now we'll see, but that he's been silenced a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like the off the field issues that he's having with the. I think we could all agree that's his child. That he's given her millions at this point.
But, of course.
Yeah, regardless, it's almost like he's been silent, or he's silenced by the team. I'm not saying he's not going to come out and have his introductory press conference and go on a rant, but I think he's really taking a back seat as far as personnel. I think this offseason is a big, big eye opener for everybody.
I mean, am I crazy to be putting up the warning flag and saying that we got a problem at linebacker? Now we may do, I
would say camp bodies for both of these guys because we are so shorthanded. But I had sent Mark a text earlier, basically saying, it's well known that Anothey Barr wants to come to Dallas. He has ties to the Dallas coaching staff. One being Edwards, George Edwards.
Right.
He wants to come here, but he's not going to come here.
How many guys have we heard want to come here from?
He's not going to come here for nothing. So it's embarrassing at this point. I mean, as a Dallas fan, can anybody back me up? Aren't you a little bit like, I can't talk right now because we ain't doing
It's stupid.
Dre Day. Okay, Dre Day, let me answer that. He says, what about Leighton Vander Esch? Yeah, that's what I said. Our only two experienced linebackers are Micah Parsons and Leighton Vander Esch. Everybody else, if you want to say Jabril Cox, but how many games did he play last year before he got injured?
Two?
Hey, this is for Turbo Duran.
Yeah, because he got hurt in the Minnesota Viking game.
Right.
And this is setting up.
ACL.
This is setting up for us to have, and I'm not wishing it, but it's called the NFL. It's setting us up for, God forbid, Leighton hurts his neck.
Right, and that's where I'm worried.
Whoever. Okay, and then what are they going to do? Now they're going to be in a position to go trade real assets for somebody or overspend for somebody who's sitting on the sideline.
Exactly.
Right, and this is where...
Since you said that, Brian, trade, who's?
Well-
it may be a possibility that it may be setting up for a trade
Well,
for a linebacker.
I had made a comment. I forget. I think it was the live the other day. I texted in. I keep seeing this rumor, and you hear a rumor, and you say, "All right, I don't know," but then you keep hearing it. What I was saying was Tristan Hill, being traded to New England for their disgruntled receiver who hasn't lived up to his hype, which is N'Keal Harry. I'm not saying do it, not do it, but that's going to happen. I mean, at this point, I keep hearing it. Even Fish, as much as you want to watch Fish or listen to Fish, he's even saying that that's a possible that he's going to be traded to New England. So get ready for that.
I don't see New England. Most people, that's looking around and saying he's probably going to get cut. Why am I going to give up an asset for
but they're
somebody
not
that probably
giving much up. He's on his way out.
Yeah.
And N'Keal Harry's in the same position. He might get cut coming out of camp.
Right. So why not just wait?
Wait.
I just think they have too many defensive linemen.
Yeah,
but let's let the camp.
The defensive line, you can look at that and say, okay, we've got plenty of depth in there. You can't on linebacker. I mean, we've got the 90-man roster right here, and we're only 2 deep in some of the positions in there. And I know some people say, well, we'll be doing more of the 2 linebacker sets. Okay, fine. But you still only have 2 experienced linebackers, Leighton Vander Esch, who's an accident waiting to happen, and Micah Parsons is a part-time edge rusher.
Hey, can you see them signing Anothey Barr once camp starts? Do you think that's a possibility? Like
with Catboy?
Last year.
Catboy doesn't sign anybody over about $1 million.
Listen,
but
if they're going to...
Anothey Barr kind of an injury? Wasn't he injured last year?
Partially.
I'm not defending the Joneses. I'm saying, to me, Anothey Barr is probably a possibility of what.
Yeah, he's not going to get top money. He's not getting top money.
He's not going to get top money.
So
$5 million.
Once they get to camp and they see what they got, just like they did last year with Hooker.
Yeah, Terrell just said it. I think everybody knows. Mark's been saying it. The number was $10 million. Nobody's paying $10 million.
Right.
So now it's what are we going to pay for Anothey Barr? The first major injury, that's where he's going to go, and it may be for 7 or 8.
Big Wade, what's up, Big Wade?
It's just a matter of probably not going to be it.
It's just like Jarvis Landry, the same thing. He wanted like $15 million. He only got 5, right?
No, he wanted 20.
Yeah, I'm not sure
20,
what he got,
20.
but I think he's got a
he only got
1-year
like
deal.
5.
Yeah.
On who's that?
Yep.
Big Wade says we took a step back personnel-wise, Mark. This offseason was a disaster as far as roster building. This will fall on Stephen Jones if season goes.
Yeah.
But okay, even if the season was a disaster, what is going to? You say it's going to fall on Stephen Jones? What repercussions is there? It's not like Jerry Jones hasn't messed up year after year and done some stupid ass shit. There are no repercussions when you're the owner.
Yeah, he doesn't realize who we got. Our defense was a top 10, and it's going to improve. So all the people out here saying we lost on defense, it will improve over last year.
Oh, the defense is head and shoulders.
Now, the elephant in the room is our offense going to be stagnant without Amari Cooper, without 800 and some yards? Okay.
I saw.
We shall see.
You know what? I saw something that was interesting. Let me see if I can find it this morning, and I meant to say something about this. Because this was like, wow. Let me see if I can find this statistic.
Somebody else who's still sitting out there, Joe Schobert from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys out there.
Okay.
It is. It's still a lot of guys out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, and I was surprised when I saw all the names. So, let's hang on. I just don't like waiting because, like I said, what's going to happen is another team's going to suffer an injury, and they're going to go out like a New Orleans who was spending $75 million over the cap. They'll get a guy like Anothey Barr in the middle of training camp, and they'll pay him what he wants.
Yep.
Here is, let me see.
A question.
Let's see.
So,
Here's an interesting for those that are watching at home and stuff. Wide receiver covered by the opponent's best cornerback most often in the last 2 years. This actually surprised me, this list. So basically, receivers that are covered by the best cornerback in the opposition. Mike Evans was covered by the number one cornerback 39% of the time. DeAndre Hopkins, 36%. Marquez Brown, 35%. Richard Higgins, 34% of the time. Cortland Sutton, 33%. Adam Thielen, 33%. James Washington, let me say this. James Washington, 33% of the time. Devontae Adams, 33% of the time. And Michael Gallup, 33% of the time. You don't see Amari Cooper on that list, which kind of surprised me. You would figure that Amari Cooper was always being covered by the best cornerback.
Yeah, I think us, because we're close to the situation, we understand that, but you're not going to shut up the people in the chat. They're going to go, oh, you lost this, you lost that. You guys are uninformed. Now, I am a little apprehensive, but everybody's forgetting James Washington. If he's healthy, just because he hasn't practiced, he's
a good receiver.
Washington is the real deal on a one-year deal. Is really nice.
Okay, so hypothetically,
James going to be our next Randall Cobb.
I think we got him for a steal, to be honest with you.
well, okay, but hypothetically, let's think about this for a second. When Michael Gallup gets back, and if he is 100%, if he was a guy who was taking 33% of the best cornerback, and you have a James Washington who was also taking 33%, you can't double cover. I mean, you can't, there's only one number one guy out there, and then you got CD. Doesn't that kind of look like, okay, we could be a mismatch issue for some teams? I mean, if James Washington is asked, nobody's putting their number one cornerback on him 33% of the time.
Right.
Am I inferring something? Am I wrong on that?
I would say in Pittsburgh, who else did they have?
This is over the last 2 years now.
I mean, you know what I mean? You had, what's his name out of Notre Dame?
Schuster.
Oh, yeah, he's
Juju.
From Kansas City.
Yeah, and he's fallen off. Who am I thinking of? Help me out. Out of Notre Dame.
And then the trade rumors going around about Deontay Johnson.
Yeah. So what? Yeah, we will. I mean, I was more worried about if we suffered an injury over and above Gallup. I think we're going to be okay if everybody on the roster now is healthy. I think it could be really good. But I was just saying, God forbid, we suffer. CD goes down.
Oh, if CD goes down, then we're screwed.
You know what I mean? That's why I wanted that other guy.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted that other guy. We have the money. There's no reason why we don't have another guy.
So spend the money.
I know.
Big Wade, don't cancel the season just yet. I'm going to say on defense that we actually got better just because.
It's not yours. The money belongs to the NFL.
Exactly.
Chase
Plus, we got that
cesspool.
one receiver that we drafted. I mean, give him some. Give him some
we have
reps.
a lot of talent at the receiver position.
Exactly.
It's just not real proven over the long term. Yeah, that's all.
It'll become chiseled, and because there's no way that Kellen and Mike McCarthy are going to let that just sit there.
Who's to say Mike McCarthy won't take over the play calling?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, his
too.
ass is in the
Exactly. James, if it's my job on the line, I'm going to start calling the plays.
I would.
Yeah.
I think that's going to. I think that's going to eventually happen anyway.
If Kellen starts getting cute and starts running five wide with no protection for Dak, they're not running the ball. Then it ain't gonna last long. So
I agree with you on that one.
I still like the idea of that 12 personnel set. Mark.
Oh my God, I love.
Listen, we've been talking about that since the actual Niner game because we were talking about that going into the game. Like, how do you not do it? It's perfect, and it's
especially getting a guy like Ferguson now who can block and catch. Because you basically, you want to put 8 men in the box, we're going to throw. If you don't want to, then we got Ferguson in there who's big enough and blocking well enough like an extra offensive lineman, and you can pound the rock. Either way, you're going to have some numbers going your way with the 12 personnel. And to me, that's going to be the key. Is I still think that we have to get a semblance of a running game. The second half of the season, our running attack was ass.
We must run the football.
You gotta run the football. You're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think you're going to see Zeke and
Tony Pollard.
Pollard have great seasons this year. I really do.
I do too.
I hope
so. And all I got to say is if they have a good season, Kellen Moore, don't get cute. Don't get cute. Keep it going.
Don't try these stupid gadget plays. I mean,
You are trying in the beginning of the season, so if it
So you can't put it all on
Right.
Kellen Moore because Mike McCarthy has went for it on 4th down several times.
Yeah.
I think what everybody's going to see at the beginning of the season is they're going to see Tyler Smith. At the very least, he is a mountain of a man who's going to get pushed. So you will not have anybody in Dak's ass. He may get beat on pass rush.
Except maybe Badish, okay, because Badish gets picked up in there
but
too.
I have a feeling that, he knows. He's hearing all the whispers. He's in the weight room. He's not a bad player. He just needs to get a little stronger.
he needs to put a little bulk on him.
Yeah, just a little bit more bulk, and let's give him the benefit. Obviously that's glaring, but I think more so was our left guard last year. So, and he's no longer there. So I think,
thank God,
the
I
penalty
think Tyler
magnet.
Smith is a huge man, and he's gonna be able to run the ball to the left side. So that's gonna be big.
Well, my man Big Wade is sounding off and thinking that this season has been a complete disaster. And, I've been running and talking to people where they think, I don't know about. I'm still going to cheer for the Cowboys, but I think they're going to be terrible. How are you guys feeling that way?
No.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, this isn't this isn't a bitch session for us. We're just pointing out a couple of things leading into camp that we wish they would have done. I don't know that any team, other than the Eagles, obviously they're the perfect team, right? All of a sudden, they're the all-star team. Well, good. Let's see what happens when you ain't going 8-9-0. Let's see.
Now
they're already backing off of that.
Today,
right?
I don't
they're
know.
already backing off. We ain't the all-star team. Come on now.
There you go.
Maybe in the future.
Today we're going to be giving away Bill Bates, Billy Ball right here. It's autographed by him a couple weeks ago when we were at the autograph signing show. Anybody that becomes a channel member or does a super chat, we started a new hopper that's in here. So your odds are actually really, really good. We have also Jalen Tolbert that we're going to be giving away eventually. Michael Irvin, D. Ware, as well as Randy White, and of course Bob Lilly. So anybody that does those super chats or becomes a channel member, you are entered in the drawings.
Mom,
Yes, Beto.
can you do me a favor? Can you ask Albert why he's not a channel member?
I love
No,
Wade.
right? He's always
Ask everybody that's a channel member that I didn't get all of it.
Why is he not a channel member?
I love Wade.
Why I love weed? Why he's not a channel member? I thought he was a channel
It
member.
is what it is, Vito. I mean, we don't know.
You mean I love weed's not a channel member?
He
I thought I Love Weed was a channel member.
Yeah, he's a channel. Yeah, I love weed. I love weed is a channel member. Yeah. I love weed. Actually, he was a winner chicken dinner. He said he got his piece. Thank you. I love it.
He is a member, Veto.
Yeah, he is a channel member.
Channel member.
Yeah, he is. He just put down he is a channel.
Yeah.
He should jump on the Zoom call with us.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Why isn't he on here?
Well, he's passing the Dutchie from the left.
Jump on here.
Yeah, just like Randy Stites. Where you at, Randy? on
Hey,
now.
real quick, this is for all the trolls on the live stream right now. This is y'all's new mascot right here.
You know, I've got a bunch of those too here. Real big cockroaches, and you know, I think Alvin has finally given up. I was ignoring him because his whole thing is coming in and telling us how bad Dak is. And somebody said that he's an Eagle fan.
Yeah,
He was an Eagles fan.
How can you be an Eagle fan and try and dish on Dak?
I checked him out yesterday, and he had everything was Eagle podcast on his YouTube history.
Ah, goodness.
Jennifer, I can't pronounce your last name.
Yelvin.
I'm dealing with cancer, so I have literally no money, but I love you, Mark. Jennifer, do me a favor. Let me see if I can put it up on the screen. Email me, cowboysmark94@gmail. Okay? Email me, Jennifer. Everybody, keep Jennifer thoughts and prayers for her. She's dealing with cancer, you know. We definitely hope that you get better soon, but definitely get in my prayers. But email me. See, I've got it on the screen up there, cowboysmark94@gmail. You trolls, stop sending me stuff. Actually, you know what? I will say that the Eagles fan base has taken a chill pill a little bit since we've gotten closer to the season. Before, I was getting people, you know, emailing me, telling me that Jordan Davis was coming for my meats, and I had Philadelphia. This was the one that was a killer to me. That Philadelphia was saying that if Jalen Hurts plays during the season, like at OTAs, that they're going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, gee.
Hey, Mark.
What's he been smoking?
Okay. Yeah, what's up, man?
Mark.
Yeah, what's up, man?
With all the crap that the Eagle fans have been saying, here's their new mascot, a toilet paper. This is their new
I got it
mascot.
right here. It's a cockroach.
Hold on.
Cockroach.
Cockroach.
La cucaracha.
The cucaracha, yeah, that's their mascot too, but the toilet paper is their mascot as well.
That's right. They're going to get flushed down.
Or maybe
the
that
toilet.
might be the Washington Commanders mascot, the toilet paper, since their stadium is literally a toilet bowl.
La cucaracha.
I don't know if I want to wipe my ass with that.
What does Mark have in his hand? He has something.
He's getting something.
There we go.
There it
With
is.
the giant cockroach.
There we go, the toilet paper of the Eagle.
All right, we got the giant cockroach and the Eagles ass wipe. Okay. So we got it covered. Somebody sent me that a long time ago. Eagles toilet tissue, and I've got actually these. I need to change the batteries on them, but they actually are remote control and they'll actually move around. But they've slowed down a little bit. They haven't been coming through and emailing me like they were before, that they're going to be real great. I think that now that the season is getting closer, they're getting a little bit more concerned about their team and wondering, are we as good as we believe we are?
All we need is to run the ball against them, and we're gonna win.
Yeah.
I think you're 100% right
yeah.
about we need to run the football. You know me, I'm down with running the football. And, you know, everybody's saying that Zeke Elliott's done. I don't think Zeke Elliott's done. I think our offensive line was done last year.
Well, you know, I'm down with running the football because, you know, they go all the way back when I was playing in high school when I was a running back. So, you know, that's number one to me.
Yeah, you could double CD all you want. All right, fine. Now we're gonna run the ball. Now what?
Run it through the middle, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Lord Nova,
you're
Lord
gonna want to
Nova,
bring
thanks for coming on over.
a safety in the box, and then what are we gonna do? Dak's number one in the league. Number one, people. Dak is the number one quarterback with play action. So that's a fact.
Yeah.
True.
Yep.
Yeah, but we also got the Dak haters that are always saying, "Oh, Dak only does good in garbage
We're not
time."
going to shut them up until we win a Super Bowl, which is probably the case for everything that we're talking about. But whatever.
Yeah.
We can't.
What was Tampa?
But the
Was Tampa
haters
Bay?
don't know what true garbage time really means. Garbage time is when the game is like literally out of reach, and you have both teams that are not having their starting players out there. You got like the second and third stringers, and if the second string quarterback
defense are playing soft zones.
There was multiple times last year.
Yeah.
There was multiple times last year where Dak was sitting for in most of the fourth quarter. I'm talking at least 3 times.
Yeah.
Think about all the garbage yardage you get in the fourth quarter alone when you're getting blown out. You know, because you ain't going to be throwing if you're blowing somebody out. I mean, come on. That's just a false narrative that these people are talking.
Yes.
That's a false narrative for this one
Brian,
individual.
that's a false narrative. That's a false narrative that the talking heads really got started, and all the viewers they fell for it.
They always make up all kinds of bullshit.
Yeah, they always make up a bunch of bullshit.
Shout out to Joanne and Roland's review.
Now, I want to ask everybody, when was the last team that came out in the preseason and said, we're the best, we're the all-star team? What? I don't know. I can't think of it. Who was the last team that did that actually went on to win a Super Bowl?
Nobody.
Oh, to win a Super Bowl. I was going to say there was the dream
I
team.
don't want my team doing that. Even if I think it deep down, I don't want my team doing that. It's
No,
already
because
hard
that's
enough
dangerous.
to win as a Dallas Cowboy because we get everybody's
Best game. Yeah.
That's just a fact.
Well, let me ask this question here because, watching this morning and listening to now the talking heads where it seems like with Micah Parsons, are expectations too high that he can never live up to them? To me, at this point, he would have to be like Ray Lewis and Lawrence Taylor combined to live up to the expectations of what we've got out here.
Same thing with Trayvon Diggs. They trying to dog Trayvon Diggs and say, he just
think
gets
those
interceptions, but he ain't no good.
Well, there's a difference, though. I mean, no, Diggs, they basically say he's ass. But right now, everybody that he's the best weak side linebacker, that he's gonna, he's gonna get, can he get the sack record? The expectations for him are so high up there. There's no way in the world that, to me, that he can be able to live up to those expectations. Am I wrong?
Do better next year.
It's because they're going to be double teaming him. That's why.
And that's the thing. Teams are going to try and stop him.
Tank over there. I don't think that's some stop. I don't know.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that one.
I think they'll be okay. I mean, you look at it. I don't think they're paying attention to the hype. I really don't.
Well, Micah, I tell you what, from listening to his dad, when I was fortunate enough early in the offseason to actually speak with him for about a half an hour, it was listening to him, the rewards, basically, you didn't get anything handed to you.
Exactly.
When he wanted to leave school after 3 years, it was like, you have to have your degree first. But everything has always been goal-oriented. And so when he says, I'm going to do something, thus far, he has always led up to it and put in the work to get that. When you looked at, say, Chase Young, I think Chase Young believed the hype too much. That, a lot of times guys come out and it's real easy the first year and they figure out, oh, well, this shit's easy. I don't have to put in the work. I'm already great. But that offseason, teams look and they analyze every single thing that you do, figure out your tendencies and figure out how to stop you. And if you are not evolving and getting better, all of a sudden it comes hard real quick, and that becomes the sophomore slump. And you could look at Chase Young. People say, oh, he hurt his knee. He didn't hurt his knee till week 9.
Yeah.
He couldn't beat one-on-one against average tackles. And he just looked like he was out of shape and everything else. Now, Micah, you see him out there working, and he is putting in the work and stuff. It's just, if he comes out and gets, 10 sacks this year, are people going to turn around and say, oh, shit, it's a bust?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Getting 10 sacks is good.
I agree, it's good, but see...
Getting double-digit sacks is a hell of a year.
I agree, but see, here's the thing. The expectations are, well, we heard him say that 15 minimum, and he was trying to get the sack record. He only got 10. What happened? Did he regress? You know how that comes at Cowboys.
So who's to say if he didn't set up his game
getting
for COVID,
more than 10 sacks
he would have got
this
more
year.
than 10.
I'm just saying.
Mark.
What's that?
Mark.
Yeah.
The talking heads in the media, they get it wrong. Sometimes a player can say that just to
got you rolling.
Just for confidence. To try to get themselves pepped up. But the media, they don't seem to get it, because the first thing that fly up the media's mind is, oh, I got a story.
Yeah.
Well, of course.
Yeah. Exactly.
But
Exactly.
they don't know, they don't know what's in Micah Parsons' mind when he say things like this.
Oh, I agree. I agree. No, but listen, here it is. Now, this is what's crazy. The Cowboys had 6,919 yards last year, right? With Dak Prescott on one leg, bad shoulder, and everything else. Both your running backs hobbled, offensive line like crap, which was 6th highest in the history of the NFL. And somehow he's ass. The offense is ass. Kellen Moore should be fired. You follow what I'm saying? That the expectation's always so high that if Micah Parsons doesn't have 15 sacks, and a couple of turnovers, and 100 tackles, they're going to look and say he regressed.
I'm sure, Mark, it's that old saying. You're going to lose somewhere if you're America's team, because I tell you, if we was to go to the Super Bowl this year and win it, they're going to find something.
Oh, of course that. Yeah. They'll say that the NFC was down.
I'll deal with that happily.
Right. Shout out to Joey Gonzalez. You're entered in the drawing.
Win for nothing. I told a Dallas Cowboy fan earlier this past week. I told him, I said, dude, look here. We win the Super Bowl this year, and if they come with this junk about this and that, they need to tell the talking heads and all them.
Angel got you covered.
I got my ring, kiss my ass, get out of my face.
Yeah.
There you go, Thomas. There you go.
Yeah, I got my ring,
here's
my ass, get out of my face.
Yes.
Well, here's the thing, though. See,
exactly.
Micah Parsons could have a great season. Micah Parsons could have a great season, but not have numbers that are great. Because the defensive coordinators or teams are going to be saying, we have to stop him. If it ends up being that Luke Gifford beats us, so be it. But we're not going to let Micah Parsons beat us. He's going to be chipped by a running back, a tight end, and taken on by the tackle if he's coming off the edge. Teams are going to try and game plan against him. And by doing that, he will make everybody else better on the defensive line. Because now we actually have a healthy, at least the start of the season, DeMarcus Lawrence, who usually gets double teams and sometimes triple team. If you're worried about double teaming now Micah Parsons to stop him, then D-Law might be getting one-on-one, in which case he's getting people beat.
I got news for you, Mark. They were pointing out Micah.
Well, they were already double
teaming the year last year.
Yeah.
They were saying, where's number 11? So they were well aware last year he's only going to get better. He never really has, learned any pass rushing moves. It's
just all speed.
Raw talent and speed.
Yeah.
You can't help but get better. And now with Sam Williams over there, everybody in the chats are going to sit there and say, well, we lost Randy Gregory. We lost 6.5 sacks, and we lost
how many penalties? How many penalties did we lose with it?
Because he was a dog. But let's give Sam Williams, a chance.
Brian,
Mark Hutton, shout out to you there, buddy.
6.5 sacks, Thomas. That's it.
Right.
I know. You just took the words out of my mouth when you said that.
Well,
I was ready to say the same thing.
Yeah, I did. I was giving you guys some time. I don't want to throw them off.
You just took the words out of my mouth, man.
It was important. He was never around.
I
Who
think
was never around?
Exactly. When it was.
Uh-oh.
It was never. He was never around. 94.
I'm looking at Micah.
I like Weed's on here. Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's here.
I Love Weed is here. Somebody said,
what's up, I Love Weed?
I love weed.
I love weed.
Man, the myth, the legend.
I'm looking at this, Micah's going to regress and blah, 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 and this and that. But if you think about it, I'm sure he's got a number, a goal in mind of what he wants to do this year. He does, he did last year, and I'm sure he's going to do it again this year.
He wants to be the best.
He definitely wants to be the best.
I love the best about Micah Parsons, and yes, his sacks are great, but I love when he chases down a quarterback who thinks that has speed. He beats him to the edge and slams him into the turf. And there's nothing more that I want him to do except, do that to Jalen Hurts.
Hurts so bad.
There you go. But we talk about the Cowboys' losses, because we lost Randy Gregory and we lost, of course, Amari Cooper. But think about this now. Tampa Bay, when we played them, Antonio Brown had 121 yards. He's no longer with them. He averaged 24.2 yards per reception. Chris Godwin is coming back from a knee injury. They're not sure that he's going to be ready to start the season. He had 105 yards, 11.7 yards per reception. And then there was the Gronk, who was 8 receptions for 90 yards. So of the 379 yards that Tom Brady threw to, 316 of those yards are not going to be on the roster for him when we play him.
Yeah, he's certifiable, but he can play the game.
Oh, I agree. Now, the leading receiver from that game last year is Leonard Fournette with 27 yards. So as we talk about us losing, you would think that the Cowboys were the only team that lost any players in the offseason. Everybody's lost people. I mean, look at Aaron Rodgers losing Devontae Adams. You don't think that that's going to make a difference?
Well. He even lost Marquez Valdez-Scantling to the Kansas
There you go.
City. Right.
Miss Jackie, what's up, Miss Jackie? How you doing this afternoon? And there's Miss Hot Sauce. I'm sorry, Lola. I don't have Burning for You hooked up on. This is a small stream deck out here. I'm sorry, but I'm burning for you, girl. But any other concerns other than linebacker? Linebacker is what's keeping me up at night right now. That's the biggest worry that I have is I'm scared that's going to be the spot that we mess up, that's going to be the spot that teams are going to be, just like a scab, they're going to be picking on our weak side linebacker.
Hey, Mark, there is one thing that, with Tampa Bay that does worry me is that, Tom Brady can take an average receiver and make him good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I agree. That's true. But I would rather him have to work with average receivers than
that's true.
than having Gronk and having Chris Godwin and Antonio Brown.
Tom Brady, he remind me of those old Pittsburgh Steelers teams that Bill Cowboy used to coach back in the 90s and the early 2000s. They can be predicted to win 5, maybe 6 games that year coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? They're winning about 11 or 12.
True. I Love Weed said his phone is tripping. He said he'll have to try again. He's got to delete some apps. Is the phone tripping or are you tripping? I Love Weed. Passing that Dutchie. I don't know. My phone's tripping. I don't know what's wrong with my phone. Okay. But
smoking too much weed.
Somebody smoking. Who's did somebody got a voice synthesizer on there, or did somebody else's phone's tripping?
The Dutchie from the left hand side.
Well, he's passing from the left and the right there. Well, guys, we're a little over 2 weeks left. We're a little over 2 weeks left until training camp, man. Can you believe it? We've almost made it through the off season.
I am so excited for this year, to be honest with you.
I'm ready for football.
I'm
excited.
I can't.
Dre Day, who's the fastest player on defense? It looked like Micah Parsons.
Mark will be down there, Michael.
I wish I could.
August. Well, I'll get to LA August 1st, so I'll be at practice on the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th.
My dad and I are going, Mark.
I'll be watching, but I'm just looking forward to getting through training camp healthy and starting the season. Because that's every year, this time of year, I hold my breath every day until I hear the practice is over and nobody
Amen.
I don't even want to say it because it's scary. That's we dodged it last year at camp. I know throughout the year we lost guys, but in camp he came out relatively healthy. I just want to see that again, please.
You know what I'd like to see them do then is maybe start these people that they're seriously wanting to look at rather than start our starters in preseason.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen.
Well, we only have 3 games.
Yeah.
Only 3 preseason games, and I don't see Dak playing in preseason. I mean, Lord knows last year he didn't even throw in training camp, really.
We'll see the Danucci code.
Yeah, remember that? Everybody said, Dak didn't throw anything in the preseason.
I think our starters should start a few, maybe a few snaps in a couple of preseason games, have our starters start, and then after that, just let the
everybody said that though, Michael. But you saw what happened last year. Dak came in and threw for 400 yards against Tampa
403.
Bay. He looked great.
Oh yeah,
so,
he looked great. Yeah.
Dak, I could care less. And you saw what happened. His arm.
Yesterday, a guy named Dak Delusional Fans, no excuses. He's all like, "Oh, Dak for Prescott only put up those numbers against Tampa Bay because against a depleted secondary."
They weren't depleted, but
they were depleted.
This is the year we're gonna beat Tom Brady.
If Aaron Rodgers was playing against Tampa Bay against that depleted defense,
Michael, we don't get
Terry Lee.
Aaron Rodgers he gets all the room in the world because we lose on one possession to the Niners and we are
Joanne Gonzalez.
Aaron Rodgers loses at home to the Niners by more than one possession. And
he's MVP still.
Oh, but it was the weather. Don't forget, it was the weather in Green Bay. They didn't expect it. We literally had Cowboy fans that gave Aaron Rodgers a pass because they said it was the weather issue.
Hey, wait a minute. He thrives in that weather.
Right.
Okay.
That goes into their favor. You had a West Coast team, Jimmy G, go out there and he basically, I don't know that it was a high scoring game, but still.
Well, here's the thing too, though. Aaron Rodgers missed a wide open Lazard that would have sealed the deal for the Packers to win the game. But no, he tries to throw a bomb at Devontae Adams, who wasn't exactly open.
Yeah, and he didn't. And if Dak does that, what are they saying, Michael?
He tried to force it, or is
if Dak would have tried that, the talking heads would still be talking to. They would still be breaking it up to this day.
Of course they would.
Yeah. They'd be like, oh my God, they owe him all this money. He's making $40 million. When in reality, and Mark likes to, he always Mark always spits out the numbers. He ain't being charged $40 million against the cap.
No.
No. That's true. He's not.
Boy, it's only $19 million. Okay.
Skip Bayless will stop talking right now.
Skip Bayless, of course, will say he fleeced Jerry Jones for $70 million. It wasn't, that's the signing bonus and all of that stuff.
Is going to do without Tyreek Hill.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm looking forward to. Hopefully it's not us. What teams that made the playoffs are not going to make the playoffs? I think we can rattle off a few teams that have to show me something to think that they're going to automatically be back in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I honestly think
the Niners. You think the Niners?
I think the Niners, because the Niners usually have a good season and then follow it up with a bad season.
Yeah, but they got
I don't think
rookie quarterback. He has a half a season.
Troy Lance. Yeah, they got Troy Lance over the 49ers.
Trey Lance? I'm not sold on Trey Lance.
I know.
They're trying to get rid of Garoppolo. The 49ers ain't going to make the playoffs then.
I mean, you got Rodgers without Adams. Okay, how could you sit there and say that they're going to be better? Okay, they're not.
Well, I say Tampa Bay actually.
Tampa Bay.
Because they're missing their receiving core and losing Gronk if Gronk stays retired. And Bruce Arians, as much as they make about,
I think the Eagles may sneak in, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Mark, I told you this a couple of weeks ago.
Would Arizona sneak into the playoffs too?
No, I don't think Arizona sneaks in.
Mark, I told you this a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if you remember. I told you. Everybody, The team you better watch out for in the NFC South.
Detroit Lions, I heard you.
Yeah, New Orleans.
New
Jameis
Orleans.
Winston looks like he's in great shape right now.
New Orleans,
What do you guys think about the Bengals? Do you think the Bengals are going to make it back?
I don't.
Probably not.
I don't. I think the that was the one-hit wonder. They're going to have a Super Bowl hangover.
Anytime
They surprised
a
everybody.
team loses a Super Bowl, they never make it back. So
Right.
you want to talk about winning back-to-back in the East? Anybody that loses a Super Bowl usually don't make it back, unless you're the Buffalo Bills.
Now, I'm gonna.
They did it 4 times in a row.
I'm going to ask the panel
Twice
here,
to us.
and for all the haters, I don't know if Alan is still here or not, but here's what's interesting, because you could look at Aaron Rodgers last year and Dak Prescott, and I've got the numbers up on the screen here. It's crazy. They literally had pretty much the same season, and they both lost to the same team in the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers, 68.9% completion percentage. Dak, 68.8%. Dak with 4,449 yards. Aaron Rodgers, 4,115. They both had 37 touchdown passes. Dak had 10 interceptions. Aaron Rodgers had 4. The only difference is Aaron Rodgers' rating was 111.9. Dak was 104.2. Tell me where the big chasm is there. And don't give me this thing that we had a weak division, because they lost to Minnesota one of their games, and they had the Lions, and they had the Bears. So you tell me, I challenge somebody to tell me the difference between Dak Prescott and Aaron Rodgers last year. And I will say Dak Prescott was truly a better leader of guys, and Dak Prescott had quite a few injuries to overcome that Aaron Rodgers didn't last year.
I think our whole team had more injuries.
Because he works. Excuse my language, but that's what it is. Because he works. He will never get clean.
I'm sorry, Beto, I didn't get that one.
He will never get the credit.
He'll never get the credit.
Because he's a Cowboy quarterback. And
Oh, okay. So I hear you're 100% right. You'll get you'll never get the credit, because I'm looking at Samuel Rowe. Said Rodgers did more with less. Are you saying that they didn't have good receivers and they didn't have a good running game in Green Bay?
The number one receiver in football by far.
See, and this is the perspective. I'm sorry, Samuel Rowe, I don't mean to put you on blast, but Devontae Adams is far and away better than anything that we had on our team.
There was nobody.
But here's the thing, though.
And look at the running game that Green Bay had this past year.
Yes.
It was definitely a better running attack than we had.
What are you talking about, bro?
I'm sorry. That's just sorry, Samuel Rowe. That one doesn't hold.
You know what?
That one doesn't hold water there, buddy.
Less, then why didn't Aaron Rodgers lead the Packers to the Super Bowl if he could do better with less? Explain that.
Yeah.
And he's over there crying that
Jimmy Garoppolo had 106 yards, and you couldn't beat that.
You can't have it both ways,
Yeah, you can't have it both ways.
The frozen tundra.
There was one other time that Green Bay hosted a game at home, and the team came in and beat them.
The 49ers.
Besides the 49ers last year.
It was the 49ers again in 2014.
Was it?
Yeah.
Who were you thinking, Troy?
I was thinking I think it was the 2012 Giants.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the 2012 Giants, when Aaron Rodgers...
And listen, everybody listening in.
With 15-1 record.
Everybody listening in. I love Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback. We're not arguing that. But if you're going to bring up Aaron Rodgers, we're going to look into the numbers, and we're going to call it how we see it. You can't say he's great and then not look at the numbers. You can't look at the numbers and then say, you know what I mean? Mark just threw it out there. Dak was throw for throw, basically, with Aaron Rodgers.
Yep. Well, I tell you,
that's the bottom line. They cannot be disputed. Now, whether you like Dak or not, I don't care. Those are the facts.
Okay, I tell you what. I pulled up another one here because, of course, if you want to go ahead and blame Dak, okay, I get that. I hear that. But how about this one? We had Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys, his rookie year, going against Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs. And I want you to see that score of 34-31. Dak Prescott, 302 yards, 3 TDs, 1 interception.
I actually saw that game on Rewind yesterday on NFL Network.
And so you're going to say, oh, it was Dak Prescott? Aaron Rodgers, 355 yards, 2 TDs, 1 interception. He went toe for toe with Aaron Rodgers right there, and they lost. And I dare say the second time we played against them, same thing. Miracle play by Green Bay where they got away with a hold.
Yep.
Okay, and, here it is. The defense doesn't hold. So you're going to turn around and say Dak Prescott sucks? That 302 yards passing was more than Tony Romo ever threw in any playoff game. 3 TD passes against Green Bay on the road.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe Aaron lost his top 2 receivers for the second half of that game.
Did he? Okay.
I think he did.
Well, he's a bad man. I can't dispute that he's a bad man.
Yeah, we're not arguing that Aaron Rodgers is good. That's the whole thing. We're saying he is good. And
Dak is not far behind.
Aaron Rodgers is
That's
good.
all we're trying to say.
But the way the assholes talk, though, you would think he was Tyler Heineke.
Because as soon as we don't have Dak's back, and our fans start turning on Dak, when it's not Dak, I'll be the first one to tell you if it's Dak. Just like when Tony Romo is butt fumbling. Yeah, I love Tony, but he killed us in very important situations. Dak hasn't done
Brian,
that yet.
Tread lightly, man. You're gonna get some hate there, buddy. Tony Romo's God out there.
But there was such unbelievable times, man, where the game is in the balance, and he would make I ain't gonna lie, he would make unbelievable passes. Like, holy crap, how did he do that? But then he would throw it into a wide open safety's hands.
Yeah,
or they try to kick that field goal and he loses the ball and they try to run it in.
I'll tell you the one game that I'm thinking about when he did that, Tony Romo. That Denver game when he threw for 500 something.
That was our defense. We couldn't stop nothing.
No. If we had gotten one stop on the defense in that game.
We had the ball for the last 2 minutes plus. He threw the interception.
I remember that game. I was in Hawaii for that game. Oh, my God.
Because one of our offensive linemen stepped on Tony Romo's foot, I believe it was, and that's what caused Tony Romo to throw the interception. But it's like, I forgot who the heck he was trying to throw it to. I think it was to Jason Witten.
Yeah, it was Witten.
But if you look at it, everybody game plans against Tony Romo to throw to Jason Witten because they know that that's his bread and butter right there is by throwing it to Jason Witten.
Yeah.
And that's how the interceptions accumulate.
And Dez Bryant, of course, the same thing, too, because most of his interceptions were actually passes that were going to Dez.
And I'm still upset about that catch that Dez made against Green Bay.
Yeah.
That Troy Daniels. Hey Troy, I'll tell you, that was a catch. That was a catch by Dez. And before the end of the first half, I forgot what Packers receiver that supposedly caught the ball where they got the 3 points. That ball hit the ground literally, and they call that one a catch, and Dez not a catch.
Yeah,
I know. Dez
what the hell?
Dez had his hand under that football the whole time.
And then they changed the rule after the fact. That's what makes me mad.
After a couple years, they found out. Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, they changed the rules.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm the only person out of all my brothers and sisters. I'm the only person out of all my brothers and sisters that's a Cowboy fan. After that game, they had no other choice. They approached me and they told me, they said, bruh, y'all got robbed. Mm-hmm. And all I could do is look at them and say, yeah, we did.
Right. But the talking heads during that game, they said, oh, the Cowboys got robbed. But look at the Lions, how they got robbed against the playoff game where supposedly Hitchens pass interference the tight end, but the tight end was grabbing Hitchens' face mask. I'm like, shouldn't that be
face mask?
A penalty on?
We could go
on
back
the tight end, really?
We could go back and analyze everything. I was just basically like Mark's doing, looking at the stats. Dak Prescott is a great quarterback. He needs to win. He needs to win to shut these people up. And to Thomas's point, he ain't never going to shut everybody up. So we need to accept that. But it's time that we get a Super Bowl. Yeah, I think it's time for Dak, for us, for everybody.
It's time. And and as of right now, Jerry is walking straight. He ain't tripping on himself, and he's staying out of his own way.
Jerry needs to be old Jerry and do what it takes to win. We're already good.
Right.
We have 12 wins, and last year.
As long as Jerry's not tripping over himself, and he's keeping himself out of his way, he's doing fine.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to talk about
the money keeps coming in. They're doing fine.
Ricky Madison, wait, hold on. What
is the money? Because we all know Jerry's known for doing something stupid.
Yeah.
Ricky Madison, Mark, go hard in the paint for them light-skinned mixed brothers. What the hell is that? Come on, man. It's like light-skinned brothers making a comeback.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh, Lord, I don't either, man. Let's see. I have my list on the Cowboy fans that don't believe in their quarterback. I can't wait for all of you guys to put names in the chat after this upcoming season. Okay. Big Surge 31. All right.
Listen, anything can happen. If we stay relatively injury-free, you will eat them words. That's the bottom line.
I tell you what, I think Dak's going to come out and have a hell of a season if he stays healthy. And having an off season where he is, as he put it, the best shape of his life. He looks cut. He looks like he's ready, and I think he is ready to make that move.
If we all look back this time last year, we were all nervous as hell with that defense. You got to remember, coming off the year prior, our defense was horrible.
Historically bad.
Well, I was still wondering if Dak's ankle was going to stay on his attached.
He was coming off of a catastrophic injury where he didn't do much. That's why he hurt his elbow, because he actually was surprised how good he was feeling, and he threw way too much.
Right.
Come on, man.
Yeah, and
I think we're looking good.
We
all want extra. We all want a receiver and an O-lineman and a linebacker, but if we're more ahead of the game now than we were last year at this time.
And I think our defense will be better this year than they were last year.
I agree with you,
all
Brian.
the players are buying into Dan.
That's why everybody, Mark talks to the Eagles fans and they say, well, let's go with position by position. The bottom line is our defense was way better than yours last year, and ours is going to be better. Okay.
With no names. Okay. With no names and unproven commodities. Shout out to Terry Lee on that super chat.
We don't have many weaknesses on defense.
Linebacker.
I'm not saying we're weakness free, but we are pretty solid top 10 defense. I'll take it.
Yeah, and then plus these defensive players, they've already let it be known that they will go through a wall
for Dan Quinn.
Yeah. And we haven't seen Ridgeway or Sam Williams. And everybody that looks at the draft, and I know we don't want to give grades before they play it down, but everybody's saying those two picks were A's. B pluses to A's. Sam Williams would have been a first-round pick and went ahead a lot of the ends if he didn't have some of the issues that, you haven't heard nothing about him. Like, a lot of that gets overblown. We shall see.
It always does when it comes to the draft, because they look for that type of stuff. It's not so much about the players, it's more about the off-field. It could be more based off of the players.
I think you're 100% right that it's not about necessarily great players as it is about a great team and playing together well. And see, that's what happened last year, that you could look at the difference of the year before. the fundamentals last year were far and away better. The angles of pursuit and not giving up the big plays. You know how it drove me crazy watching our defense in 2020 and just seeing these guys taking banana routes, chasing guys, instead of it being a 8 or 10 yard gain, that it's going to the house. And looking at guys giving up on plays. It's funny because this time last year, we were still being clowned about having Dan Quinn as our defensive coordinator because, as they put it, look at the Atlanta Falcons. They're forever giving up big leads and everything else. And now you got this guy as a defensive coordinator. And I honestly looked at the defense. You can't honestly tell me that when you looked at that defense and the players we had on there, that you looked and said, yeah, this defense is going to be a top 10 scoring defense. There's no way. It was done with smoke and mirrors. I'm excited
about our safeties for the first time in a long time. I'm very excited about our safeties.
Right.
I mean,
and then we got that
watch and see what Malik Hooker does this year. Watch.
Yeah.
We got that safety from Florida A&M. What's his name? I think his Bell. I think his
he's
name is
from.
Bell.
He's
Marquez
from
Bell.
like half hour away.
California.
No, he's from Millville, New Jersey.
He's not far from you, Brian.
Yeah, he's a half hour away from me, and the Eagles wanted him. We outbidded him for him, and if Eagles wanted him, they should have drafted him.
They should have drafted him because
drafted.
Yeah, and now you see what kind of tools he has. The dude, can flat out play. He can go get the ball. He's got speed, very athletic. I'm not saying, at the very least, he's going to be a special teams guy. And if we have an issue or an injury, watch out for Marquise Bell. He will make this team.
Because I'm telling you, Brian, we're going to have a lot of free agents on our team that's going to make the team. I'm telling you.
That's why I was saying, who's not? Everybody keeps saying Tristan Hill, but there's going to be, there's going to be people. Either we have injuries and we could store them, or we're going to lose people that we're not talking about.
Right.
Well,
something's got to give.
Well, between, it seems that Semi and Vasher, one of those guys might not make it.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it might be Vasher that might not make it.
Unfortunately, that how they are, Mark, with their draft picks. They're going to keep
Semi.
Fehoko, even if he doesn't deserve it. Now, I don't know. I'm hoping he balls out, but and then to hear DMV talk about Vasher, I'm not well versed on him. I just look at his speed, his height, his size, and everything. I'm like, wow, he has a big time potential.
You can't coach that 6'6".
Yeah, 6'6", and he runs a 4.34 or a 4.4?
Something like that, yeah. Game changer wants some rumors.
There you go.
Marquise Bell.
Yeah, so
Marquise Bell has the ties to Emerson Wall somehow. Because I hear Emerson Wall talk about him, and they got family ties together with each other. So I think Marquise Bell's going to do good.
Most of the draft picks are going to make the team. So.
Okay, but it's SOS Swaggy. Okay, so if Dak Prescott threw for 304 yards and 3 TDs against Aaron Rodgers, how do you say that isn't the guy? So who are you going to put out there that's going to be doing more than that?
It's so old, Mark.
I mean, seriously.
It's tough dealing with these people.
It just gets to be ridiculous, but be that as it may. But go ahead. You're 100 Swaggy. You're 100% right there, buddy. Okay. Keep the faith. Okay. Dak has never had a losing season either. It could be a lot worse. Don't forget about Clark.
If you guys remember, in Dak's rookie year, he didn't even get the bulk of the action until
oh my God,
Romo got hurt. You remember there was another quarterback in camp that was getting all the work. He was the third guy.
Kellen Moore.
It was the third guy. He was the third guy. And all of a sudden, Dak went down. I mean, Romo goes down.
What was
Dak?
He was actually the 4th string quarterback because it was Jameel Showers.
That's it.
Was the 3rd string quarterback.
They converted him to safety or something.
Right, and then Kellen Moore broke his foot.
Remember, Kellen Moore broke his leg, and they brought in butt fumble. They brought in Mark Sanchez.
Right, but Dak moved up, and Dak got the preseason games.
Right. But Mark Sanchez, he was coaching Dak up though. So I give him
he was.
For that.
He was.
Yeah.
Mark's. He's actually a good dude.
I still believe to this day, Jerry Jones made a mistake by not putting Mark Sanchez on the coaching staff when Mark Sanchez announced his retirement after that Green Bay game.
But I was just saying that, looking back at what Dak did his rookie year against NFL defenses.
Oh, it was unbelievable.
It was incredible.
But now we were balanced, and our offensive line was stable too.
That was really impressive.
Because Mark Sanchez and Dak, they
clicked.
They really, got along real.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what were you saying, Mark?
I said now we also had the offensive line played really well, and we had a good running game. We were actually balanced that year. Unfortunately, the second half of last year, we weren't balanced, and the offensive line was shit.
Think about that, Mark. Just think about what you just said. If you're like an NFL defense coming up against a rookie quarterback, they were coming after him a lot.
Oh, they were.
So this goes back to what we always say, like back in the early 90s, and I don't care what everybody says, in the chat. You could sit there and say what you will. Everybody in the building, in the stadium, on TV, everybody knew we were running the ball.
Right.
It wasn't very complicated. You just couldn't stop it because that's how good we were.
Yeah.
It didn't matter what defense. You could have 8 men in a box, 9 men in a box. You weren't stopping it.
Yeah, that was that was Travis Frederick, that was Zach Martin Young, that was Tyron Smith, only missing a couple of games during the season.
Yeah, and I'm just saying that if it all goes back to our lines, our offensive line, and
And that's, to me, that's the key this year. It's going to be, is the offensive line going to be better than it was, or at least not as bad as it was the second half of the season?
There's a Washington Commanders fan.
Which one?
Johnny Boy.
Oh, Johnny Boy, yeah.
Terry McLaurin and Jahan Dotson going to torch the Cowboys secondary.
No, they
not.
Okay.
Not with Mr. Glass, Carson Wentz as their quarterback.
I love how Washington fans who trashed Carson Wentz for all those years now all of a sudden think, oh my God, he's going to be the savior, right? He's the one that's going to break the Washington Commanders football quarterback curse. Okay, good luck with that one.
Nope, that curse is going to still keep going because what was it you said, Mark, about Washington, that quarterbacks go there to die?
That's where their careers end, man. Literally, they are. Well, them, and also, too, I would say that the Cleveland Browns are the same way, too. And
same thing with the Lions as well, too.
Yeah.
No. The Lions, they're going to be good this year. Watch.
Yeah, the Lions are going to be pretty good.
They could be. And they had a lot of games that they could have gone either way last year. They really did.
I'm hoping that Carson Wentz beats the Eagles. Wouldn't that be funny?
The Lions would be funny.
I would be happy if Carson Wentz in Washington had 2 victories.
Sorry, I'm going to be a Wentz fan in those games.
Yeah, I will be too. I will be too.
I think I will be too.
Brian, if that happened, if Carson Wentz beat Philadelphia, Mark, you may have to do a round trip ticket out of California and check.
Yeah, they may fire Howie Roseman.
Hey, McNabb beat Philadelphia when he went to Washington. So
I think Philly 500 would lose his shit if Carson Wentz beats Philadelphia.
Well, actually, Philly, he actually gives Carson, some credit. Philly's actually a smart guy. He gets carried away, and listen, his team has been bad since they won a Super Bowl. How long's that been? How long of a pass are we going to give them?
Yeah. Tyler Allen, the cost of training camp, you can actually get in free, in which case you are in the bleachers. If you become a True Blue member, which is $20 a year, then you can actually get down onto the fence, to the fence line.
Actually, for parking, I think it's going to be like $40.
Is it 40? Oh, damn. Okay, they bumped it up there.
30 to 40 bucks.
All right. Well, the last time I was there was like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's been for 5 years since I last been to the Cowboys training camp.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been like about 4 years since I
looked online.
Of course. And then if you, I think $350, you can have like the extreme access where they've got tables and tents and everything, and you're a lot closer to the players and stuff.
I'm just going to sit home in the comforts of my home, and I'll watch Mark's channel.
Well, I've been busy actually getting the setup together.
If I see you there at the training camp on August 2nd, I'll be the first one to greet you.
You'll be the first one to greet me there? Okay.
I will be the first one.
Who else you got?
You got people lined up for you, Mark.
All right, so I've got to bring plenty of little footballs then, don't I?
I'll also bring the Joe Barty too, Mark, the one that I won last year for.
Oh, there you go.
Day.
You know, David Wiley carries that thing around like it's a baby. You know, he's got
it's hysterical.
The signatures that he's got on it, though, man. I mean, he's got Tony Dorsett, and he's got Charles Haley and Bob Lilly and Randy White. I mean, so I can understand him carrying that one. He's got the cream of the crop of Cowboys. James Nooks, the dream team, right like Vince Young said. Yeah.
Yeah, I put that down because I seen he posted all those players the Eagles had.
Yeah, remember Namdi and all that?
Oh, that was, that was crazy that year.
And then Namdi, they found him in his car, and like during practice, he walked off the field, he went and sat in his car, and he drove off, never to be heard from again.
Namdi Asamoah?
Yeah. I ain't mad at Namdi. I ain't mad at Namdi for taking that money and running.
Yeah, no, I don't have a problem with that either.
Sorry, Law Nation. I don't have that one set up on the outdoor set here for the da-da-dun, damn Gina breaking news one. That I have that set up on the inside stream deck. I have the small one out here. MVP season, laugh out loud. Oh, I got to get ready to do this drawing here. Okay, well, 9-minute countdown for Bill Bates. We'll do it at 5:30. I'm sorry, 6:30. 5:30 Central. Everything's.
Hey Mark, I think I'm going to have to send you back my Joe Barty and have you get me some signatures on it, my friend.
Okay. All right. Okay. We'll see what we can do on that one. You know, I tell you, the autograph signing shows, like everything else, they're not the same as they used to be with the newer generation of guys, man. The price on them have gone through the roof. Although you can get the Bob Lillies and things like that for about $40 or so, but now, current players are like $150 and up for each of them. I mean, it's getting to be really, really pricey.
Heck, the one I'm really interested in wanting was Randy White.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of my favorite defensive players.
I tell you what, I will whenever they come up. I always go. I mean, it's not like I haven't got Randy. I've got Randy White's signature on a couple of things that are around here, but it's kind of like with those older players. They're getting up there. We're going to be losing a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
For the first time, and Randy White still looks good, but I was noticing.
Yeah, his hand was shaking.
When he picked up this bottle of water, the shake in his hand, I was like, that's when you start saying, oh, man. I mean,
most of them have CTE. I'm just going to tell you.
Yeah.
Most of them have it. That's a fact. The safety, the violent.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm taken back just watching. I went back because you can find anything on YouTube. I think it was 92 because I remember going to Dallas in 92, and I happened to go see the Dallas Eagles game in Dallas.
Yeah,
and that was the year that was the first year of the run. I look back at the violence of the game. Just watch it. Just watch clips of the early 90s.
Oh my God, 90s, just 80s, and 70s. Really look at the 70s.
But I'm just talking. We're just talking 90s. And listen, I feel like I feel young. I know I'm not as young as I used to be, but it is night and day how violent the game was back then. So it's no surprise. And I can only imagine with the 70s. I remember back in the early 80s, I got to be on a sideline for my brother's. It was a local high school all-star game, like at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And it just so happens on the other team was Willie Anderson, Flipper Anderson.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was the running back who went to Nebraska. What was his name? Who won the Heisman?
Lawrence Phillips.
Lawrence Phillips. Yeah.
No. I'm talking going back.
Mike Rozier.
Mike Rozier. Right.
Oh wow.
I was only 82. I was 13 years old, and I was on the sideline, and just the violence of the game. I'd never heard it like that before. It was scary, and now you look. It's just a different game that they play. Don't get me wrong.
And now most of them aren't even wearing pads.
It's
not
like more
the same
martial arts
game they're doing now. It's like more martial arts they're playing with now instead of like brutes.
I mean, they're big and they're fast and they hit hard, but they don't allow nearly nothing what they used to. There would be constant.
Yeah, but see, when you see a guy like Calais Campbell, 6'8", about 320 pounds, you see the size of them, or you see the speed of some of these guys that are that big. It's literally a freight train coming at you.
It is, but
when you get hit.
Yeah, I would say the safety has gotten a lot better, and they don't like allow the extracurricular nowhere near like they did before. Just look at the quarterback hits that they used to take back in the day compared to now. They would be suspended for multiple games. I mean,
oh well, hell, just the wedge on special teams, guys.
Exactly. Yeah.
I was I was a wedge buster.
Every time.
Okay.
Look
You
at
talk
the
about
time
some
when,
pain.
Deacon Jones was playing. He was slapping people across the head.
So just, I was just trying to make a point where the game was a totally different game than it is now.
Yeah.
That's all.
And you look
back
at
then you could spike the football. Now you can't do that.
Yeah, it's the no fun league.
Yeah.
You look at the equipment they had back then versus now.
What's up, Willie? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they did wear big pads back then, but they weren't
as big. Yeah.
You know what's fun? I tell you what's actually really funny, looking back now. When I played football in high school, you could not use the palm of your hands as an offensive lineman. You had to use your fist. You had to keep your hands inside of the shoulders like this. You couldn't do this. We had what were like boxing gloves. And because you had to keep your hands inside and turn,
I remember
we had the forearm pads, we had the elbow pads. I mean, we were padded to bear because you were just taking all kinds of abuse on your forearms and on your knuckles. Because your knuckles, if you didn't wear anything, they were just raw. And of course, now nobody wears elbow pads.
Yeah, you had the big neck
pads.
roll going on.
Oh yeah, we had the good old neck rolls. The Peter pads is what we called them because that's what they looked like, Peters. But yeah, it's totally different from where we were back in the day. Like if you look at like Brian Bosworth, he used to have like the neck roll,
the
pads and stuff. Yeah, but that was again totally different sport than what you see now.
Then that Cox guy from
Miami.
Miami.
Yeah. Brian Cox always had the big neck thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
And
I think Dexter Coakley had that big neck thing too.
Yeah, he did.
So if y'all remember, that was a big knock on Eric Dickerson because they used to tease him all the time.
Yeah,
he was one of my favorites.
They would always ask him. They would always say, "Man, why you wearing all those pads?" And Eric Dickerson told me, he said, "Man, I ain't getting hurt for nobody."
That's right.
Dickerson's a big Cowboy fan too.
Remember the field goal kicker wore the single face mask back in the day?
Yeah, Raphael Seption. I think he's still in jail, but yeah.
Didn't Gary Anderson wear the single face mask too?
Yep.
Yes, he did. Yeah. Gary Anderson did. Yeah. I remember. He was the last one to wear the single face mask. Now you don't see kickers wear single face masks anymore.
Matt Barr.
Matt Barr did.
Morton Anderson.
Joe Theismann did a single bar.
Yeah.
Oh, Theismann. I don't know how he didn't get his face smashed.
Lord knows. I wish he. He got his legs smashed, so I guess that made up for it.
He got his legs taken out though.
Oh man. All right, so let me get ready to get this Bill Bates print here drawing done. So let me go ahead and start turning the hopper here. Let me say thank you, everybody, for the super chats, the new channel members. It's up. And if you became a channel member, email me at cowboysmark94@gmail.com or go to the community tab. There is a post in there for channel members, so that way we can get you your shot glass. Or if you became a tailgate member, your rack and your football and all that kind of stuff for you. All right, so here we go.
Come on. Get my name.
We're digging deep. We're tossing around.
Damn, Gina.
Okay. All right. We got one. Here we go. Let's see who the name is. Blue Virus. Blue Virus is our winner.
No way.
What? Is he on
right here?
I won.
You won, Blue Virus. You are the winner chicken
You're
dinner.
welcome, Blue Virus.
All right, so
Rigged it for you.
do you want me to just bring it out to California training camp, or you want me to mail it?
I'll see you there.
No, but email me cowboysmark94.
Give it to him in person.
Yeah, then that means I got to carry it on the plane, and they're going to charge me
right.
a shitload too.
I'll email you.
But email me, Cowboy. The email address is right down on there, so we get yours out there. Thomas Garrett, he ends up getting one of the kicker.
Nice.
Because that was a joke. We said we'll send Thomas Garrett one of the kicker because we know how much he loves our new kicker here. But just
he wouldn't do that to you, Thomas.
Maybe. I tell you what, see, I come from a family of pranksters. Because, see, I remember, back in college, my dad worked like you, Brian, at the Postal Service, right? And so I remember saying, hey, Dad, can you send me some money when I was in college, right? And so, I knew that he would put it right in the basket that was going right to Harrisonburg, so I get it the next day. So, you're going to the student union where your mailbox is at, because I got some cash coming from Dad there, right?
Yeah.
And I get into my thing, okay, I got the envelope, and I see it's from my dad, Tyrone Holmes. I open it up there, and there's $1 in it. And I'm like, man. The fuck? He said, send you some money, but you didn't say how much. Oh, I was like, okay, all right, Dad, you got jokes. But then the next day, $10 came, and back in the day, $10 back then, shoots, man. You could get your hair cut, you could get yourself a bottle of rum, a 6-pack of beer, and you could go to the stadium party and still have $5 left over. Yeah, that was the good old days. So shout out to you, Blue Virus. Send me your address, and we'll get that out in the mail. Thomas, we'll get your kicker out to you as well. Mark Hutton, yours will be going out tomorrow as well, because he ended up getting, I think, the George Teague one as well. So we got you all guys covered. And training camp, a little over 2 weeks away, guys. That's it.
See you guys there.
I cannot wait. August 2nd, we will be there.
Mark,
Willie, no, thank you.
Well, I'm not going to come up to you and say I'm blue, though. I'm Joe, by the way.
Okay, Joe.
Yeah.
All right. How'd you get Blue Virus?
My favorite color is blue, and then Virus just came up a couple of years ago. Xbox gamer tag.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. I always wonder how people come up with the different names and stuff.
Yeah.
What do I think about Sam Williams? I think Sam Williams will make us forget about Randy Gregory.
I think that's one of the exciting things about camp. If you had to say what I'm looking forward to camp is guys like Sam Williams, Ridgeway, because they're going to get a lot of play.
Mm-hmm.
So
definitely.
Jalen Tolbert as well.
One thing that hasn't been talked about much with Randy Gregory, and we dealt with this with DeMarcus Lawrence, having the shoulder surgery. He's had that shoulder surgery and has not been able to work out thus far this offseason. He may come out starting out the season really, really slow, because as a defensive line and defensive end, if you can't push off, you're screwed. You've got to create separation, and that is key. So it might end up being that in the long run we look back a couple years and say, damn, good thing we didn't sign Randy Gregory to a big contract.
Yeah, I don't think, I don't know what leadership he brought, but I think numbers-wise, I think we're going to be fine.
Yeah.
But he was never around when we needed him the most.
Well,
Yeah, he was always suspended.
Yeah, he was suspended. I would just say watching that game last year was frustrating. I understand
And
he's
he
trying to
had
get a
some
jump.
costly penalties on us.
Man, that was so frustrating. There's nothing more.
You know what?
I mean, 1st and 5 kills you in the NFL.
Yeah.
So
if you think about it,
1st and 20 kills you in the NFL.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. All right, good people.
Connor Williams, I got you.
If you think about it, we're not gonna see the most stupid penalties either.
Oh, the officials, Thomas, they're always going to find penalties against us.
I'm just hoping Tyler Smith gets more discipline than he was in college.
Yeah, I mean, I think as long as we stay out of the long, like Mark just said, the 1st and 20s, the 3rd and 30s, and 3rd and 15, he's going to struggle. He's going to struggle in pass pro, but he's going to get better. He's going to be coached by NFL coaches.
But here's the problem, though, and see, people don't realize this too. When you get a holding penalty on 1st down, and now it's 1st and 20, you're not running the football. That kills your running attack. You have got to now pass, and you're becoming more one-dimensional.
Which is why I'm looking forward to doing more little passes out of the backfield, handing the ball off. Let's get back to that.
Amen.
You know what I mean? Because you have an incomplete on 1st. Now it's a 2nd and 10.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It just puts you behind the 8 ball. Now, okay, you run the ball, you get 3 yards because there's now it's 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7. That's not good.
We did miss doing one thing here, and I did talk to him yesterday, and he was feeling better, and that is my buddy Philly 500.
Yeah, I was worried about him, just for obvious reasons. I mean.
I fire Howard.
Still, then we still gotta like him.
He keeps it real for the most part.
Oh, he's real. I follow him.
He gets carried away, but we're all fans.
Yeah.
We all get carried away.
And by the way, is Philly 500 better now? Because I know you said he had COVID a few days ago. Is he feeling better?
He is feeling better.
Okay, that's good.
Mark, have you heard anything about the fantasy football stuff?
Hold on.
I like the other video with him. That's unbelievably funny, where he's all mad and then they overrun the call. Oh my god!
I think I'm gonna rage.
How long?
All right, good people. I appreciate everybody being in here and being part of our Sunday stream. I'm glad that we've kind of evolved this show so that way it's not all about just killing the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I'm happy that actually we have a little bit of hope, as well as everybody in the season. Be sure to be careful out there. Tomorrow night, Monday night, we'll be doing, of course, another show. I think we'll be giving away another one of the prints tomorrow. I think either Randy White or Bob Lilly. So everybody who did a super chat today, you're entered in the drawing tomorrow night. So definitely, I appreciate everybody, but it's time to turn off the lights.
Turn off the lights.
This party is
over.
They say that all
good things must end.
Call it tonight. The party's over. And tomorrow.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
How's that? Sound pretty good in the beginning. I was like, whoa.